Good evening, everyone. On behalf of our president, Dr. Jerry Ryan, I would like to welcome you here to Bergen Community College this evening. We are very happy to have you come and listen to the debates from our candidates from the District 37 here tonight. We are doing this in collaboration with the League of Women Voters, and we really appreciate all of their support that they have given the college throughout the years here on campus. And thank you all for coming out this evening to hear this lively debate that we will be having shortly. And to introduce and give you a little background of this information, I would like to introduce Lucy Heller, who is the president of the Bergen County League of Women Voters. Lucy.
Thank you. We in the League of Women Voters often say that Dr. Ryan is the college president that really puts community into Bergen Community College. And as a league, we are very happy to participate in that kind of civic engagement, which has become a very important part of the college here. That's the end of my remarks. I'm going to turn over to Barbara King, who will be the moderator, and she will explain the format. And I will be walking amongst you. If you want to pose a question, I have the cards that you write on. So put your hand up and I'll find you.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome. The League of Women Voters, a nonpartisan political organization, encourages informed and active participation in government, works to increase understanding of major policy issues, and influences public policy through education and advocacy. It neither supports nor opposes candidates or political parties. Membership is open to all men and women who subscribe to its purposes. To facilitate the flow of the forum, I would request that you turn off or turn to vibrate all cell phones or electronic devices. And this forum is being streamed live over Bergen Community College's FiOS channel, and it's being taped for rebroadcast. As part of the forum, members of the audience may submit written questions for the candidates. And as Lucy has said, she has cards and pens or pencils available. If you want to write a question, hold up your hand. She'll distribute the card. And then we'll have a portion of the question and answer period with audience questions. Please write or print legibly and include your name and address. We don't announce the latter part, but we just want to make sure that you're a legitimate person living in Bergen County. And please hold your applause until the end of the forum. Afterwards, the candidates may distribute any campaign literature, or they might be available to speak to you individually. We, the League, have absentee mail-in ballot applications available, and they must be returned to the county clerk's office by October 27th. So we're going to start. We have a timer sitting in the front. She will, when the time approaches 30 seconds left, she will hold up a yellow caution sign, and when the time has expired, she'll hold up a stop sign. And if the candidates are in the middle of a sentence, I'll let you finish a sentence as long as it is not run on. And we just hope everyone will be courteous and civil here. We will start with opening statements, and the candidates have 1 minute each. And we're going to start with Valerie Huttle.
Thank you, Barbara. I have served in the Assembly since 2006. I am currently running for my third term. I have been proud of my accomplishments in the Assembly during the past 4 years, and I have introduced over 200 pieces of legislation, and over 50 have been signed into law. I currently serve as Vice Chair of Appropriations, and I am a member of the Environment and Solid Waste Committee, the Consumer Affairs Committee, and formerly I served on the Human Services Committee, where I led the fight to reform DIFAS and create the Department of Children and Families. I have championed early intervention programs with children with autism and continue to address the ongoing concerns of adults with autism and other developmental disabilities. I also spearheaded the Global Warming Response Act and helped create the Wind and Solar Energy Commission to help address pressing environmental concerns. I was also proud to act along with my colleagues, Gordon Johnson in the legislature, and with Governor Corzine to greatly reduce the state budget while protecting seniors and other vulnerable populations, as well as passing measures to help stimulate the state economy.
Thank you, Ms. Huttle. Barry Bellin?
Hi, thanks for coming here on this cool October evening. I live in Teaneck in a average 3-bedroom house. My background includes being a college professor at Fairleigh Dickinson University, working for the Air Force and the Navy on consulting projects where I experienced widespread waste, but not corruption. And I now have the hardest job possible running my own business, which is now 10 times harder in New Jersey because of the difficult business climate and customers leaving, moving, going bankrupt and changing hands. My policy is a strong fiscal conservative with social liberalism and non-government interference in people's personal lives. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Gordon Johnson?
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Bergen County League of Women Voters for allowing us to come here this evening and present our platforms. As a member of the New Jersey State Assembly and a chair of the Public Safety Committee and sitting on the Homeland Security Committee and also on the Budget Committee, I've seen a lot of the social issues that plague us in this state, and many have been brought to resolution, but we also realize that there's a lot of work and we have a way to go, because the issues that come up are dynamic and always changing. As we go forward, I'm proud to be part of the Democratic team that cut our budget by $4 billion, and yet we're able to ensure that our most needy people had access to, or have access to, health care, and we kept education as a high priority, access to quality education. And I'll close with that, and thank you.
And Wojciech Siemaszkiewicz.
Thank you for organizing this debate and for having us here at BCC. My name is Wojciech Siemaszkiewicz. I grew up in Poland. I was organizer and a leader of the independent student unions at the Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. I was arrested and interned by the military junta and secret police for 5 months in Poland after martial law was imposed in 1985, 81, and I received political asylum in the United States afterward in 1982. I have continued my education in the United States at Columbia University in New York. I have a master's degree in political science, and I continued my education at the Queens College, also in New York. I have a master's degree in library and information sciences. All this I did on my own. I have ran for the State Assembly in 2002, 2007, and I decided to run again this year.
Thank you. Now we will proceed to 2 questions submitted by the League of Women Voters. And the rules of participation are not as clear-cut, so I will try and make them clear. With the 2 questions, I will choose one slate of 2 candidates to answer the first question. They will have a total of 3 minutes, and they can divide it up however they want. And then the other slate will have 1.5 minutes on the same question. For question 2, the slate that answered second on the first question will have the 3 minutes, and the other slate will have 1.5. The candidates have not heard these questions before, so there may be a pause while they think about it a little bit before they do start to reply. And I'm going to ask the Republican slate to answer the first question. Would you favor steps to reduce the number of local government units and/or school districts in New Jersey? Why or why not? If so, what would you propose?
think it's a complex question, and it touches on a few important aspects. One is home rule. The other is the traditional division of municipalities in New Jersey. In terms of having smaller municipalities, there is a trend forced by Governor Corzine to limit smaller municipalities and to force them into merger into larger entities. I basically disagree with this, with the forced merger of smaller towns, for basic reason that in District 37 we have two smaller towns that are affected by this. One is Rochelle Park, the other is Inglewood Cliffs. And apparently these are very efficient and well-run towns. So I don't see a reason why Governor Corzine would like to merge them with the bigger municipalities like, for example, Paramus or Inglewood, which are run not that effectively. And I'm sure that Gordon can speak of Inglewood, where he is a councilman, that not everything works the way people would like to work. In terms of school districts, again, I think Governor Corzine maybe had good intentions, but the delivery of this system is terrible, I think. First of all, if they want to merge school districts, they should say so. Instead, they propose 21 county superintendents, creating another layer of bureaucracy, which is counterproductive to cost efficiency. If you want to save money on education, you should cut school administrations or try to merge school administrations as opposed to merging school districts. Instead, they created another layer of bureaucracy to oversee burdensome bureaucracy that already exists. So I don't see anything positive coming out of this.
Well, I oppose the forcing of a merger of small towns. New Jersey is made up of so many individual towns with their own charm and personality. There has to be something to be done because there's just too many little local governments and fire departments, and we throw in the county governments. It's very confusing sometimes when I first came to New Jersey, the borders and the towns. But we should have a motivation, not only just to save money, but to make life better for everyone, to voluntarily share services among the towns, to start that as an initiative and then see how that works out and leads to a voluntary merger of more and more services.
Thank you
saving
very
the
much.
communities.
And now the Democratic candidates,
Thank
minute
you.
and a half.
2 years ago, the legislature was called to a special session to address property taxes, and I sat on one of the committees, and that committee was was shared services and consolidation. The Governor Corzine has encouraged consolidation and shared services. We believe this is one of the ways to help relieve the burden of property taxes. We have been sharing services now in Bergen County with county government. There are 70 towns. We are not mandating forced consolidation of home rule. That should be left up to the individual towns. I know we only have a few minutes, but I will have my colleague finish the end of that with the school boards that we just...
Okay, you can finish that.
No, go ahead. Just, we're wasting the time, hurry up. If I may then, we had 2 school districts that did not have schools in the districts, Teterboro and Rockley, and this governor did abolish those districts, and I think we are seeing consolidation and shared services are starting to work. I'm sorry, Gordon.
That's okay.
Finish that.
And as for the statement about the extra layer, the executive superintendents that was referred to by the other side there, that is, they were there for oversight, and their position is the initial step to look into reducing the number of school districts within the state within their counties. So that is why they're there, to provide oversight and provide the initial, to take the initial step to reduce the school districts within their respective counties. As for the forced merger, I don't believe that that's part of the governor's plan. We realize that people want to live in their small little boroughs and towns. They like the personality of their towns, but we must ensure that they have oversight, that they are not wasting the money and overspending their budgets. That's why we have a 4% cap. That's why we inserted a 4% cap on their budgets. And I'll finish with that.
Thank you. The second question, which the Democrats will answer first, what would you suggest to restore New Jersey's balanced budget and credit ratings and to encourage sustainable economic growth?
To reduce the budget and
Credit ratings,
rating.
restore credit ratings.
okay. Of course, what the governor has set in place, which we are a part of the governor's team, the Democrats are part of this team here, where he instituted where he did increase the property taxes to balance the budget. He did also, in an effort to balance the budget, reduce the number of personnel working for the state. He cut that number by about 8,000 individuals. He cut the budget by $4 billion, and that was in 1 year. And we're using the economic stimulus money to create jobs and put people to work. Now, understand that the economic stimulus is a one-shot deal, but as we go forward through these difficult economic times, I think the policies that he has initiated and has set in place will continue to work and will continue to reduce our unemployment, which is I think about 9%, and go forward with the investments that have been coming in. And also, we do have companies coming into New Jersey, even though it's not stated that much.
I will just say that during this economic decline, New Jersey has been hit very hard by Wall Street and other factors. And with that, I will say that this governor has plans. One of them is Invest New Jersey Business Grants, which is rewarding businesses for new job creation and giving capital investment out. We are also promoting downtown investment with Main Street business assistance loans from our community banks. We also passed the first state economic stimulus package and mortgage relief initiative, which actually is supporting people that were going into foreclosures. So during this economic downturn, New Jersey has been first to accept the stimulus money and have that stimulus money create jobs and invest in downtowns and create new jobs. And again, provide family support if they're going through foreclosures and giving some mortgage relief initiatives as well. So it is starting to work, and we are starting to see an upturn in New Jersey.
Would like to start over here.
Well, I don't see any solution from my Democratic side.